Hello everyone, it's Majila Walker-Newman, independent consultant for Paparazzi Accessories, ID number 59434, and I'm the team leader of Team Shimmer and Shine. I wanted to come to you today so that I could share a little bit of information that you may need because I guess people do get stuck where they think that there's only one way to sell our jewelry. And there's a lot of ways and a lot of places where you can sell your jewelry. So I wanted to go ahead and give you some ideas that have worked for me. I'm sure there's a lot more that are out there, but I'm just giving you the ones that really, really worked for me, especially this holiday season. I implemented a lot of new and different ways to do it. So I wanted to share this with you so that you had success like I do. One of the first things that I did do was I did album parties instead of, you don't always have to go live on Facebook. I know that's the big place where everybody does do a lot of sales. They do, and I don't do as many Facebook live sales as most consultants do. I do some of these other things, but one of the things I do is I do album parties, which is where I post in my inventory that I have. There's pictures. I always get the stock photos as soon as I order them, and I have them sitting in my phone, and I upload them, and I upload anywhere from 20 to 40 pictures at a time and put them up and say these pieces are available until, like, I'll put them up on a Friday. They're available until Sunday. Please comment below the picture if you'd like a piece, if whatever piece it is, and on Sunday night I'll do the invoicing so that I can do my shipping and everything else. So album parties are always a great way to try to sell jewelry. Some people don't want to sit through lives, even if it's for 15 minutes, or even if some of my lives have been an hour and a half. People sometimes just don't want to do that. So an album party is a really great alternative. Another one that I have done is basket parties or bag parties. And that's where you take, or a box party. I've done a box also, where you take a certain amount of jewelry, you take a certain amount of earrings that you put in there, a certain amount of necklaces, you put a certain amount of bracelets, and all kinds of different jewelry, some starlit shimmer, which is for the little girls, and you put it in a bag or a box, and you send it to a friend that may not have wanted to have a home party of some sort. They may not have wanted to. They just want to take it to their job, and they want to share it with the people at work, and they will have it at their desk, and people can look through it, and they'll purchase it. They'll collect the money. You can have the party open for, a week, however long you want it to be open, whatever's comfortable for your hostess, and it'll be just like a party that you were having, because as many pieces as that person that is showing your jewelry, they will get the hostess reward. So that's every 10 pieces that are sold, that hostess will get a free piece, and then they'll get a free piece for just hosting the party. And so there's a lot of things that you can work out with your bag box parties. Another one is, I've noticed that getting interaction, it doesn't necessarily have to be you are always presenting in a party form. Getting some interaction from people and getting new eyes on your jewelry is another thing that I noticed that I've done, is that if you can ask people to like your post when you do post, and if they can share them, because you can post all day long, and if it's the same people and they're not liking your post and they're not sharing your post, the problem is no one is ever going to see it other than the people that are in your group. So your group is going to have to grow, and a way to do that is to ask people to say, I'm not asking you to buy anything, I'm just asking if you can share and like my post. Because if my friend Rhonda likes one of my posts, and she's way back in DC, all of her friends in Facebook will see that she liked a post of mine, and then her group of friends will be able to see my jewelry. Like if she likes an album that I put up with 40 pieces, and maybe she commented on it or she shared it on her wall, that means that's a whole nother group of people that get to see what I sell. So always ask people to, even if it's an album party, even if it's just a simple post, even if you're going live, please ask people to share and to like your posts and your parties. It helps because people will come in, and then that's new fresh eyes on your jewelry, which means those are more potential customers that you can have. Another thing that you can have also is just one day, just randomly, you can put it up. I got this from one of my Papa sisters that's on my team, my big team, Team Chanticleer Status. She, I got the idea from her, was what you can do is probably have a contest of some sort. Just a random contest. You're not selling anything or you're not putting up any pictures. What you can do is say, hey, I've got this contest going on with all of you guys. If you could go to my website, give them your website, and have them pick out their favorite 3 pieces that they see on your total website. And I'd like you to come back and post them under this comment. If you post 3 pieces that you saw on my website, you will be entered into a drawing for a free piece of jewelry or a jewelry bundle, whatever it is. And that gets some kind of interaction. And the kind of interaction that you need is that if they go in and they find pieces that they really, really like, it's a good possibility that they'll buy them because they didn't know. It may not be a piece that you have in inventory, and they wouldn't normally go to your website. They just wait around for you to post albums or go live. So when you send them to your website to try to get a free piece of jewelry, they may find those 3 pieces that they like and say, oh, Majila, can I get those? It's like, absolutely. They're on the website. Just go back on in and you can order them, or let me know. And I'm putting in a bulk order and I can go ahead and get those for you. And it's really simple, guys. And just say, hey, I'm going to be putting in a bulk order this week. If anybody wanted their piece, it's just a good way to get people into your website and people to see pieces that they wouldn't normally see, because none of us all have every piece of jewelry that Paparazzi carries in our boutiques. That would be almost impossible. And it's just another way. So then maybe if they remember that, they'll go back every so often and say, hey, and don't forget that we get new releases of new jewelry on the website Monday through Friday, as long as it's not a holiday. And then it'll promote them to keep going back and saying, oh my God, there's new releases, new releases. And what you do, because I do this also, is that when new releases come up, I wait the time period I'm supposed to wait, and then I'll post it to Instagram and to Facebook to let my customers know, hey, new releases just dropped. You might want to get to my website. And those that probably entered into your contest were like, you know what, I saw some fire pieces on there the last time I was in that contest. I'm going to go ahead and check out these new releases. So it's just a lot of interaction, and it's a lot of people going in, and they may find something and they may consistently buy in that way. Another one is do a lookbook party. I know it's similar to the box party and the bag party, but a lookbook, I did a video. If you go back on my channel, you'll see a lookbook is, I did mine on blockbuster pieces, because I know blockbuster pieces stay around longer, and I have more blockbuster pieces here in the boutique more than any other pieces. I have anywhere from 3 to 4 of the blockbusters, so I have pictures of them, and I put them in a book that people can flip through and pick pieces that they want, and I take orders in that way. You don't have to be around. There doesn't have to be a hostess. It's just like having a catalog that you've made for yourself for specific pieces. If you have 20 of 40 pieces, 40 different pieces, you can get the stock photos. You can create your own lookbook for those particular pieces and put them out there, and people will buy them. You already have them on hand. You just want people to write it down or email you and say, hey, I want number 4 bracelet, I want number 7 earrings, and it'll just come in. And it's real simple. It's real easy. Not a lot of effort on your part other than to put the lookbook together. Another thing that I have done on many occasions, because I do have a boutique here, and it's been very cold. California cold, I'm sorry. I was born and raised in California, so anything that's below 60 is cold to me. Sorry. But I don't actually, it's easier for me to be up here in the front yard sometimes than to go in the back and be in my boutique. So I've popped up in my front yard. Um, and right up here in the front, I'm right on a corner, so I'm in a good spot where there's enough traffic. And just take your setup and just go outside. And it's easier to do it at home because all of your stuff is right there. You could take your time getting it out, and you already know what your setup is. You just push it out there, put some signs up, and people are going to drive by. They're going to see it, and people are going to want to come and check out what you have. I have tons of neighbors that walk on Saturdays early in the morning. So if I'm set up by 8 o'clock, I catch a lot of traffic from my neighbors because they're walking their dogs, they're walking their kids. They're coming out because they're coming back from karate or soccer or football. So I always get a lot of things like that with just popping up in my front yard. Another thing you can do is I've popped up in my front yard and I've invited some other people to come pop up with me. So it's a whole shopping experience. You know, I like to help as many other women that are in other direct sales companies also. We're all in the same game. We're all trying to make our businesses run. So I've set up in the front and I've invited 2 or 3 other vendors. Like I've had a bakery, a friend of mine that has a fantastic bakery. I've had her come over. I've had clothing come over, children's clothing, a private line. I've had Color Street here. I've had plenty of people. There was a lot of us out there, and it looks good because there's this huge amount of people. So people are like, oh my God, there's so much stuff there. Let's pull over. Let's go look, because there's like 5 or 6 vendors out in this lady's front yard. Let's go check it out. And it helps other direct sales people because I'm all about that. People help me, so I'm willing to help them. So if they want to come on over, I'm already going to be out in the front yard. By all means, please come on over, hang out with me. Let's have a good time, and let's see if we can get you some customers. But popping up, even if you pop up in your front yard by yourself or in your side yard or in your garage or whatever, even if you do it by yourself, just try that. It always works. You will get new customers because they're people that you wouldn't normally see. They just happen to be driving by your house and they're local to you. So that's always a great thing, that if you ever have any more home parties or launch parties, these are people you can invite. Always, always, always. Please, if I can't emphasize this enough, have your paparazzi box there. Hold on, let me find mine. I don't think I have the top one. No, here it is though. Whenever you set up, whenever you set up, I do have this one here. This one, and it has a little piece that goes up in the top of it, you know, right here. And it says paparazzi. And I'll put a little note on this, and it says, please fill out the form to be entered into a drawing for a free piece of jewelry or a bundle of jewelry. These things here, like I have a few in here right now because, you know, I just popped up. When you do this kind of stuff and people are there, they're shopping with you, especially at any kind of vendor events, when you're popping up on in your yard or anything else, get people's information. Please get people's information. Right now, I think that there's about 10 people that entered into a contest that I was having the last couple of days. Somebody is going to be a winner out of this box. Somebody is going to be a winner. But then I have email addresses and phone numbers for plenty, for 10 more potential customers. Okay, so make sure that you have your drawing box out there. Don't ever leave it. If you do anything, you go anywhere, get information. Okay, so we did pop up in your front yard. Like I said, do local vendor events if you can. Vendor events are fantastic. It's a great way to get new eyes on your jewelry and to get new customers. Usually when people show up to vendor events, that means that they're local to those areas. I've done a couple in Fullerton. I think that, where am I going to be doing it? Anaheim, I think is where, I'm going to be in Anaheim on Friday, at a bowling alley in their parking lot. And I'm going to be setting up, and there's going to be some LuLaRoe ladies and some other people that are going to be there, but we're all setting up our booths out there, and that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be there from 11 to 3, but then I don't know any of those people over in Anaheim. I don't live in Anaheim. I live in Brea. So, what's good is this is definitely going with me. And I am going to be doing a contest for real. That, hey, please fill out the information card, put it in the drawing. You are going to be entered into a drawing for a free piece of jewelry. It'll probably be a free bundle of jewelry. So it'll probably be like 3 pieces. So I'll probably be giving away 3 pieces of jewelry. That's another thing. Please don't be afraid to give away jewelry. Guys, it only costs us $2.75. And plus, if you're ordering like most of us do, we get free pieces constantly, guys. Constantly. You get hostess rewards. Put 3 of your hostess rewards in something. They were free. And it's worth it to give somebody those 3 hostess rewards, and you get 10 new potential customers. People that are actually interested in what you have going on. Okay, so vendor events. Please try to do vendor events. I know some of them can be pretty pricey, and some of them are not. Like my vendor event is not as expensive. It's only $45. I just did one before the holidays at the school that I work for, and that one was only $25. So try to keep them within reason in your budget. I do have one big one that I actually do in May around Mother's Day. I do pay for that one. That one is upwards of $200, but it's worth it because of the traffic and the foot traffic that's there and how many women are there. And it's a mother-daughter tea luncheon. So yeah, I do really well there. So some of them I'm going to pay the money for. Some you just have to know how many people are going to be there. You have to do your research so you know exactly what it is that you know you can pay for and what you can't. Because you have to remember, when you do vendor events, you have to, first things first, if you put $45 out, that first $45 that comes back in has to go back into the pot, back to Paparazzi, because you took your Paparazzi money and put it out so you could be a part of that vendor event, which means you got to get that money back and put it back where it belongs in your Paparazzi account so you can use that to buy your inventory, because you just took some inventory money and you paid to be at a vendor event. So now that's the first thing. When you get that first $45, put it back. And don't worry, sometimes you may only make $15, you may only make $25, you may make $200. Whatever it is, as long as you make your little $45 back, like that you paid, and maybe you made a little extra money and you did get some names, this is priceless. Being able to have potential customers and people, like I know I saw 2 of the ladies, they marked that they wanted to have a party. So they're interested in this. So would I be mad that all I made was $65, which is $20 more than what I paid for the vendor event, but I could get 2 parties out of it? Absolutely not. I would not be upset. So worth it. Okay, so do vendor events. Vendor events are fantastic. You can also have a ladies' night open house, mother-daughter party at your house. What that is that's not popping up in my front yard. That's me sending invitations out to people that I know, saying to come over on a Saturday night. Let's kick back and listen to some music. Let's have some appetizers. And they can just peruse, hang out. Let's bring your friends with you. We're just going to hang out and have a ladies' night. That's all we're going to do. And just hang. And everybody, the jewelry will be all over my living room. I'll have it set up strategically. There'll be a nice bar set out with all of the beverages, adult beverages and not adult beverages. Also, another thing you can do is have the Sunday brunch with the mother-daughter Sunday brunch, where you can have all of your Starlet Shimmer hanging out and have the women's jewelry. And they can bring their daughters, and their daughters can bring their friends, and everybody can shop. That's another one that's really fun. Very casual, guys. That's the one thing about Paparazzi that I love, is that we don't have to do a spiel. We don't have to get out there and do a presentation. All we have to do is invite people over. And if you can get those people over to where you are, you're done. Let people shop. When people go to TJ Maxx, most of those people don't want some salesperson just following them around and bothering them. And, oh, can I do anything else for you? Oh, those jeans are made by Jordache, or those jeans are made by so-and-so. And it's the best. I don't want to hear all of that. I'm just trying to shop. And I want to shop and have it be a relaxing experience. So as long as your stuff is all out and it's perfect, people will peruse through. They'll see everything and be quite happy. And then they'll be fine. Nobody's going to leave there without buying anything, I promise you. At $5, absolutely not. And if you have the little kids' jewelry, that's $1. So try to have an open house at home where you just invite everybody over to have like mother-daughter brunch, or you can just have a girls' ladies' night where they just come over and hang. Also, another thing that I've done before, but you have to get some kind of permission, is I have gone into a restaurant and I've invited people over to have to hang out with me at the restaurant. I don't know, everybody knows that Olive Garden in Brea is one of my favorite places, and I used to go there every Thursday. And also, another place I like to go right here in Brea is Claim Jumper, because they have awesome happy hour. And I go there, and if I sit down at a table and I can invite some friends over and they just kick back or whatever, I'll have my bling bag with me. Or I'll take a smaller setup. And while we're sitting there, I'll order some appetizers. Appetizers are not that expensive. It's almost like it's going to be a vendor event. My appetizers aren't going to cost more than, 15 bucks, whatever, 20 bucks. Put the appetizers out. People have to get their own drinks, of course, unless you go to a restaurant where they have a really, really good corking fee that, if people want some wine, you can bring a bottle of wine into Olive Garden. I think their corking fee is like $7. I think 4 ladies can get a glass of wine for $7. And one glass of wine would cost $7. You can get 4 glasses of wine for that $7. You can bring in a couple bottles of those, and the bartenders or the hostesses will open them. People want wine. You can pay for a soda or whatever. If people may want water, have water on the table. Have a couple of appetizers. Have them peruse through your jewelry, and that's another way to have an open house, but it's in a social setting. But remember, you have to get permission to do those kinds of things. I think that I can't do it at the bar in Olive Garden, but I could do it at the table with my friends. Like I was having a meeting, they can't, that was okay. So that's another thing you guys can do. So make sure that's another open house. It doesn't have to be at your house. You can do it like it's a bag party, a box party, but you take it to someplace social like that and just have people peruse through your things. Another way to make money. And once again, the last thing that I had was always, actually it's 2 things. Always carry your bling bag. Always carry your bling bag. No matter where you are, please carry your bling bag. My bling bag is big, and let me grab it so you guys can see. I make money off of this constantly. This is my bling bag. It's the messenger bag that's in the back office, and I have all kinds of jewelry. This here says, ask me about $5 jewelry. This here shows that I take credit cards. This bag is loaded down with jewelry in the pockets and inside. So there you go. Carry your bling bag no matter where you go. No matter where you go, always have that, so people, because that is an eye catcher. To see all that jewelry just sitting on the outside while you're walking through the grocery store or through Walmart or wherever you are. People are like, I wanted to ask you about my jewelry. Oh, absolutely. Sure. Let's take a look at what I have and see. And the second thing when you have the bling bag, whatever piece you have on. Remember, you're your own billboard. You have to always be your own billboard. You always have to have on a ring. Always have to have on a bracelet. Always have on a necklace. Always have on your beautiful earrings. People will see that bag, see your look, and say, I really like that necklace that you have. Try to have whatever you're wearing, at least have 2 or 3 in your bag. So it's like, oh, I'm glad that you like it. It's only $5. And this necklace comes with a free pair. These earrings are free with this necklace for $5. Oh my God, I really love that. Would you like one? I have a couple in my bag. Sale, just like that. So always carry your bling bag and always be your own billboard. Free advertisement. Free advertisement. All you have to do is put it on. That's it. Okay, those were a few that I came up with that work for me, that are alternatives to some of the other things that everybody else may be doing. But those are just some ideas to expand and different avenues for you to make money in your business and to get more eyes on your jewelry and possibly get new customers and new friends on your Facebook and your Instagram pages and your YouTube. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave me a message below. I will leave my website, which is sheeniescloset.com. and I'll leave that down below. If you go to sheeniescloset.com, I have lots of tabs that show you where you can be a part of my business page, my VIP group, where you can be, you can go straight to my website and look at jewelry. You can contact me. You can do all of that stuff from my website. It's not just going straight to the jewelry. You have to click that. You can even, there's a button even for you to join my team. If anybody is interested in being a part of this $5 jewelry experience, you won't regret it. You'll love it. I would love to have you on my team. So if you have any questions about that, if you'd like to join, please leave me a message. Get in touch with me. I'd love to talk to you before you do. But there is a button on my sheeniescloset.com website where you can hit join the team, and you can go ahead and join. I hope that this was helpful for everybody, and I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I will be back with more tips and more things that you can do to promote and make your business successful. And if you did like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And please share it because I'm all about helping others. And there's a lot of paparazzi sisters out there that may not know this information, and you may know them. So if you share the video, that means someone else will be able to benefit from this information. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. And remember, we're all just those ladies that are out there. I'm just a girl trying to change the world $5 at a time. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.